Good morning, Cindy here, and I am in Central Texas, and today we are going to focus on composting, and I want to share with you my new composter that I decided on. There's so many different choices out there, and I'm going to tell you all about why I chose this one, and I'm going to share with you some of the basics for starting a compost pile. So this year, I decided to become more serious about making compost, making my own compost. I have so many gardens here in my yard, and I spend a lot of money buying compost, buying bags and bags of compost. And it's kind of silly not to really make my own. So I've decided to get this bin, and I have leaves everywhere, all around my neighborhood, in my yard. Right now in November and December, our leaves are falling, and it's just free compost laying around. So let me tell you about the reasons why I chose this composter. There are so many varieties out there, and this one seemed to work best for my needs. So let's take a closer look. So one of the first things I liked about this composter is that these slats are removable. I can choose to screw them in, or I can choose to leave them loose. And so I do have the bottom one screwed in, and I have all the other three sides screwed in. But I thought that this would make it a lot easier when I'm trying to get in here and turn my compost. Another reason I chose this composter is the cost. So when you order this, all you receive are these 4 metal posts, and they have the cutouts that are perfect for your fence posts. And these 4 metal posts were $100. They are from a company called Lee Valley, and I will leave a link below. And then your job after they come is to go down to your neighborhood hardware store and buy fence slats. And it's suggested that you use cedar, and you can make this to any size that you want. They suggest no larger than 48 inches square. So I bought 10 8-foot posts. 8-foot cedar posts was recommended, and we cut them in half, and that gave me 20 slats. So there's 5 on each side, and you screw them in. It comes with screws, and it's just as sturdy as can be. And another thing that I really liked about this composter is that it's sitting down on the ground. And that way, if I can lure some earthworms here, they would definitely help me in decomposing any matter that I put in my composter. I do have my composter in the very back of my yard, and I'm hoping that it's not going to be an eyesore. Right in front of my composter, I have a really beautiful garden bed, and I have all kinds of veggies and flowers in here through the year, and I really didn't want an ugly compost bin behind it. So right now it is kind of an eyesore, but I feel like if I paint it the same color that I have painted this raised bed, that it'll just disappear and you won't notice it. And if I were to step way back, it is way back in the corner of my yard. So I'm hoping it won't be an eyesore. So when building a compost pile, it's really simple. You just need 4 things. You need brown stuff, you need green stuff, you need water and air. So that's it. So I have lots of brown stuff. Let me get back so you can see. I have 5 bags of leaves. So right now in Central Texas, the leaves are shedding. I know you guys in other parts of the country think, wow, ours shed a long time ago, but not here. So I have beautiful leaves. Look at these. And these would have just gone to a dump had I not rescued them. And so I'm very happy to have them. I'll probably start out with 3 of these bags in the compost pile, and I'll keep 2 to keep mixing in. And then I have a pile of clippings from some perennials that I took down, and of course all my kitchen scraps. So I have a nifty little bin with a lid, and I keep this under my kitchen sink and just fill it up with, you know, whatever was scraps from last night's dinner, and I'll be able to run out here and dump it. Banana peels, fruit. Now, this needs to be chopped up a little bit or it'll take a lot longer to decompose. And eggshells are wonderful. Egg cartons are great. Another thing is just the packing. Right now, you know, I've ordered a lot of things online and it all comes with all of this paper, so I'm going to definitely be tearing this up into small strips and adding that. Some of the things you don't want to put in your compost pile is plastic and shiny. Any kind of shiny packaging, you don't want to put that in. And like your circulars that come in the mail, if they have a shiny coating, you don't want to put that in. And you don't want to put in any meat or food scraps that will cause your compost pile to start smelling and really attract the animals. So here in Central Texas, we have these live oak leaves, and they are really tough and leathery, and they take forever to break down. I typically don't put these live oak leaves in a compost pile. I just run over them with the lawnmower and leave them on the grass. But if it's too thick, I do bag them up, and maybe I'll put them in a compost pile in another location. But I'm not going to put them in my new compost pile. Okay, let's get started filling my compost bin. So the first thing I want to do is put in my little bit larger pieces. This is the perennials, so let me get that. So I have a big basket of perennial waste. I'm going to put in 2 bags of leaves. And I can save these bags to gather more leaves. Can't wait to get my gardener's gold. Let's put in some greens. Put in some paper. Put in some paper. I tried to tear it up a little bit so it won't take so long to decompose. And next is water. They say to keep it moist like a wet, wrung out sponge. Not a wet sponge, but a wrung out sponge. So I'm going to take a couple of these slats off and see if I can mix it up a little bit. You got to have one of these, a garden fork. And of course, this puppy thinks this would be a great place to get. No dogs. No dogs allowed. So you may be asking, well, how long does this process take? How long until you get deep, dark, rich, fabulous compost to start spreading around under your plants? Well, right now you might just say, I've got a head start on a compost bin. The temperatures are cool, they're going to get cooler through the winter. I don't really have enough greens in here to really get that process going and get those microbes working. So it's just a head start. But in the spring, when the temperatures heat up, and when I can get some fresh grass clippings in here, and I need to make sure to mix every week, make sure it's nice and moist in here, then it doesn't take very long. It's they say, you know, about 14 to 20 weeks I should have some great compost to begin spreading all around my plants. So we'll see. So thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you learned something about composting, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see how well and how quickly I can get some black gold here and start spreading it around my plants, and I know they are going to just love it. So thank you so much, and if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and I hope you get a chance to get in your garden today. It's beautiful out here.